In today's class, we'll be dealing with division of fractions. So we'll be dealing with a couple of questions in order for we'll be solving it together. If you pay keen attention to today's class, you will learn how to divide, how to go about division of fraction. Let's say that you have a question like this: 3/4 divided by 1/2. Now, one thing about division is that you must look for a way to change the division into multiplication. That it when it comes to division of fraction, it is very, very important for you to change the division sign to multiplication. Now, how are you going to do it? This will be 3/4. Now, this division you turn into multiplication. Now, after you have turned into multiplication, the next fraction you turn it upside down, or you write the reciprocal of the fraction. The next fraction after this division is 1/2. Because we have changed this division sign, we have turned it into multiplication. Now the next fraction, which is half, you turn it upside down. So instead of writing 1/2, the denominator will turn to numerator, while the numerator will turn to denominator. Can you see it now? The reason why we turn the fraction upside down is because we change this division into multiplication. So after we have turned the division sign to multiplication, we now have to change the next fraction into what? We have to alter the way it is written, that the denominator will turn to numerator, while the numerator will become the numerator. So after you have done that, after you have changed the division sign to multiplication, then you divide the numerator and the denominator with a common factor. Now 2 is a common factor of these 2 and 4. So 2 will go into 1. How many 2 can you see in 4? That will be 2. So we are left with what? 3/2. This 3/2 is a what? Is an improper fraction. You can change this 3/2 into what? Into mixed fraction by dividing this 3 with 2. How many 2 can you see in 3? That will be 1 whole number 1/2. 1 whole number 1/2. 1 whole number 1/2. Now let's try another question. Let's say that you have something like this. We have question 2. You're having 4 whole number 2/5 divided by 1 whole number 1/10. Now the first step, if you look at this question, we're having 2 mixed fractions. So we want to divide 4 whole number 2/5 with 1 whole number 1/10. The first step is that change this mixed fraction into improper fraction. How do you do that? Use your denominator to multiply the whole number, then you add the numerator. That'll be 5 times 4, which is 20. 20 plus 2, that'll be 22/5 divided by, then this will be 10 times 1. 10 times 1 is 1. That will be 10 plus 1. That will be 11/10. Now, after you have turned the mixed fraction to improper fraction, the next thing is what? You have to alter the division sign. You have to alter what? The division sign. You alter it to times. So how are we going to do it? You write the first fraction, which is 22/5. Then this division sign, you turn it to times. Now that you have turned the division sign into times, the next fraction must be changed. You don't write the next fraction the same way it is written. You write its reciprocal. That is, the numerator will turn to denominator. The denominator will turn to numerator. Now 10 is the denominator. The 10 will now turn to numerator, while the 11 will be the denominator. Can you see that we have turned it upside down? Now that you have done that, what's the next thing? The next thing is what? You divide the numerator and the denominator with a common factor. Now if you look at this numerator 10 and the denominator 5, 5 is a common factor of the two. So 5 can go here 1. How many 5 can we see in 10? That will be 2, right? Now 11 is a factor of 11. 11 is also a factor of 22. So it is possible for us to divide this 11 with 11. 11 that will be 1, and 11 22, that will be what? That will be 2. We are left with 2 times 2. What is 2 times 2? 2 times 2 is what? Is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. That's how to go about division of fraction. Now let's solve this next fraction. Let's divide this fraction. Let's divide it. Now this will be question 3 for today's class. Question 3 for today's class. So let's say that you have this question. You're having 21/4 divided by 14/5 divided by 15/4. Now how do you go about it? It's very simple. You can see that what you need to do is that all this fraction, this one is a what? Is an improper fraction. This one is an improper fraction. This one is an improper fraction. So the first step has been completed. The next thing is that change the division sign into multiplication. How do you do that? Now this one is 21/4. The first fraction is 21 over 4. You see that your 21 over 4. What's the next thing? This division sign, you turn it to multiplication. You change it to multiplication. Now that you have turned the division sign to multiplication, the next fraction you have to turn it upside down because you have turned your division into multiplication. So the 5 here is denominator. In this here is returned to numerator, while the 14 will come down. Now that you have done that, this division sign you also turn it to what? Turn it to multiplication. After you have turned it to multiplication, the next fraction you have to turn it upside down. You have to write the reciprocal. That will be, instead of writing 15 now, you write 4 over 15. Now that you have done that, what's the next thing? The next thing is what? Break it down. Use a common factor to divide both the numerator and the denominator. Now if you look at it now, 4 here 1, 4 here 1. 5 is a factor of 5. 5 is a factor of 15. So 5 here 1, 5 here 15. That will be 3. Now if you look at this 21 and 14, they both have common factor, which is 7. 7 and 14, that will be 2. And 7 and 21, that will be what? That will be 3. Now if you look at this very well, you can see that we are having 3 here, we are having 3 here, we are having 3 here. 3 can still cancel 3. 3 will cancel 3. So our answer will be what? 1 times 1 times 1, that will be 1 over 2. 1 over what? 1 over 2. So finally we have come to the end of today's class. If you are yet to subscribe or you are joining this channel for the first time, please kindly hit the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification icon so that you can get notified when I post new videos. And apart from that, you need to write something in the comment box. I will be super happy if you can do that for me. Thank you.